Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Can you hear? Do you get a voice coming at the moment? We're very happy to be here with you and to start a new conversation. Today the topic is responsibility. Yanis was asking a question about responsibility. And as you can see, the definition of responsibility here comes at the top board. Responsibility comes from the Latin responsus, which means to respond, meaning to react, not to initiate. In Hebrew, the word responsibility is achrayut. Achrayut. Yes. Responsibility, the ability to respond. Very good. In Hebrew, responsibility is achrayut. Achrayut comes from acher. Acher is the other. The other. So from divinity perspective, nobody is in charge and nobody is responsible. When we come to society and the laws of society to create order and a frame, of course, there is a system of law, there is like a frame of behavior, and of course the law would like to find somebody to hang on, so to speak, the responsibility. If we shall now put a play, yes, different society have very different laws. That's correct. That's correct. According to their perception of life. Yes. If we now go to a set and each and every one of us will be casted as an actor and he will only or she will only say his sentences, and let's say that in this play there is a villain, meaning there is an evil man, and there is an innocent child. All of them will play their role. The innocent will play the words of the innocent. The villain will have a speech of a villain and an attitude of a villain. This is in the frame of the play or the theater or the show that we are watching. But once the director says cut and everyone can rest and the camera stops rolling, people return to who they are. So in a way, the villain was just acting a villain. The innocent was acting an innocent. I would like us to go to this perspective. It might be a Shakespeare perspective that we are all, in a way, are playing a role that was given to us, yes, when we came here. Good and evil, just part of the script. Yes, that's correct. We're just playing a script without knowing it. We believe, in a way, that we are, so to speak, the one who create our life. We are writing the letters and so on. This is not really the truth. 1 second. I would like here to mute the microphone for us. Why it's not the whole truth? Because we are not aware of the fact that we are appearing in a way here in a body. We have a plastic image, a body. We walk on the street, we have hands and feet, and there's a head and dressing and winter coat. But this is not who we are. The way we dress, the way we walk. Who we are is this infinite consciousness which is dressed temporarily in this body. So we are not the bodies in a way. We are not the names even. If you call someone David and he turns David, yes, he turns his head because he is accustomed to be connected to this body called David. But in the truth, he is just infinite consciousness traveling in time and space and is connected, yes, to this body called David. He is not limited. Yes, only the body responds. Yes, only the body responds. It comes from response because there's something happens and then there's a response. So there we go into the world of duality. So response can happen only in the world of duality, as well as responsibility. Yes, that's correct. So let's go again to this Tselem, so to speak, the image of God, this, yes, plastic image that each and every one of us have in this moment. So this is only a plastic image. It is very complex. Doctors will tell you, biologists, chemists, and so it is very complex image, but this is only the cast. Yes, this is only, so to speak, the dressing. What is interesting is what sits inside. The ability, this kind of thin air. Yes, and upon this thin air, yes, sits infinite consciousness. This is who we are. But since this infinite consciousness is so delicate, it has to dress itself, yes, with certain cast called B'Tselem Elohim. Yes, the value of B'Tselem Elohim, the image of God, B'Tselem Elohim, here, B'Tselem Elohim, has the value of 248. This is the number of organs that the human body has. But this is only a plastic image. This is not who we are. When or where do we get closer to who we are? The voice, the speech, the words. They are more inner. This is also one of the reasons, if not the major reasons, that we don't have camera in those classes sessions. Because camera will bring the plastic image. And we shall have the sense that we know someone because we recognize a plastic image. Yes, you know, how do they count these organs like this? It's not biological, right? Yes, it's not, yes, it's not, it's more spiritual components. That's correct. Yes, 248, Ramach Evarim, Ramach, because 248 is Ramach, this is Ramach Evarim. It has Reish, please pay attention. Ramach Evarim, 248 organs. When Ramach, it also the letters of Chomer, which is matter, Chomer, matter, also Rechem. One second, there are many things to write. Chomer. But also, what is Ramach? Resh is the head, Rosh. Resh is the head, Rosh. And then we have Memchet, which is the brain. So the brain is a physical, in a way, organ. Yes. Aspect of material. Excellent. 248 aspects of material. That's correct. But also please pay attention to the serial numbers. 248. 2 times 2, yes, is 4. Yes? 2 times 4 is 8. So in a way, or you can say 2 in the power of 2, yes, is 4. 2 in the power of 3 is 8. Is exponential in a way. This is also in the lens of mathematics. Yes. So that's correct. So if we are not this body, so to speak, the lungs and the other organs, so what is happening? So who we are? In all of these organs coming together in a shape of plastic image, what unites all of those things together is the spirit of God, or the consciousness, infinite consciousness. And this is who we are. is not, again, how we look in the mirror or how somebody sees us or capture us in a bus or so, but this is who we are, is the breath inside. Yes, this is a great formula of duality. That's correct. Yes, it also holds the word Bechor, the firstborn, also Bechor, Bet Chafresh, if we go into again to Hebrew words. And we also have the issue all the time, the firstborn, Cain, is duality, and then Esau, and so on. This is a very good way to put it. Yes. So, who are we? So, we are the spirit which is hovering above the water. What are the water? The water of time. Yes? So, the sages say that the whole body with its organs is just a function of duality. Yes, it's a function. It's a mechanical function of duality. This is what the body is. Yes, that's correct. It's an aspect of duality, the body. This is why whenever we feel inconvenience or sometimes pain, and we all of us from time to time experience pain, the body is there, and the mind, the brain, claims that I'm the one who owns pain. Yes? This is what gives a person, so the body, identity, because I can feel pain. Please pay attention how dangerous it is, but this is how it works. Yes, comfort, discomfort, happiness, unhappiness. Yes, that's correct. So who we are, yes, who we are infinite consciousness, or the Spirit of God traveling above the face of the water. What is the face of the water? Time and space. Is this idea clear, that who we are is not our name, our address, and so on? Yes? And where we live, and which school did we visit? Hello, Yanis. Hello. We're very happy to see you here. So, in a way, we, or all of us, have something, or we share something very deep in common. We are not our names. In a way, we're just carrying identities that it will be easier to move in this game called life. Yes? We have, in a way, borrowed identities. In the time of birth, we received a borrowed identity. Is that clear? All of us now are walking while we are dressing or borrowed identities. This is not who we are. Here, in this life, in this moment, there's a person called Ellen or John or Mary. At this point, like we take a coin, each coin has two sides. Yes? One side of the coin, there is a drawing, let's say a palm or a pomegranate, yes? Or a lily. But on the other side of the coin, there is a value. Yes? So sometimes we appear here as palm, yes? As a lily, as a pomegranate. I use the name of, so to speak, the fruit, not people. But on the other side, there's a value. Each one is infinite consciousness. But I don't like my borrowed identity. I want to be something else. Yeah, it's not fair. Yes, I'd like to go with another identity. This is what happens, in a way, to all of us during the process of growing up. This is very interesting. People do not like their identities because we tend to believe that this caste, this false identity is ours. So this is not who we are. In a way, when a person now, he's a grown up, and he was born to a certain family, has even, they given him his private name, his family name, but his real identity inside the air that he breathes is not coming, I repeat, from his family. The family can claim, I gave you this name, so to speak, John Brown. Yes, we were growing this baby, John Brown, but the spirit that comes to this John, these ideas, creativity, all of those things, kindness, those things are coming from infinite consciousness. They're not coming from his biological parents. Yes? A child is not a mathematical, how do you say, average of his parents. Yes? When a baby is born to this life, this baby is not a mathematical average, meaning take the father, 50% genes, the mother, so to speak, and he is in between. He has his mathematical tendencies from the father, artistic and linguistic from the mother. This is not how it is so. The sages will tell us, yes, that three are participate in the creation of the new child, his mother and father and God. Meaning a child cannot come only from a father, biological father and mother. This is impossible to happen. Yes, there are many stories of famous poets like Goethe or Rilke, I think, who rejected their parents, saying, I must have a different origin. Yes, the more the consciousness or the recognition of the higher exists in a person, he will reject his birth-giving parents, because this is not right. Yes, spiritual orphans, yes. He will reject it because this is not true. Those biological parents were just a portal, a gate in time and space that could enable this soul appear here in a certain time, in a certain place. And why this is so? It is like taking a lift. Yes, once in the 70s, when times were different, people used to take a ride. Somebody used to take them in a car. I don't know if there's another word in English, to take a hike. Yes? Somebody used to stand in a certain junction. Hey, do you go there? Do you drive there? Can you give me a lift? Yes, can I take a hike? Yes, hitchhiking. Yes, it used to be very, I think, common in the 60s or 70s in the hippies' time. Yes. So, in a way, if we would like to take this image of those youngsters who are hitchhiking, this is what happens to the souls. Yes? If there's a soul, infinite consciousness, that's supposed to come here to this life to do some good things, and the destiny of the soul, I just say names of cities, to go through London, through Manhattan, and then San Francisco. This is the destiny of the soul. The soul will be attached to a biological parent that they will go on the same lane. In a way, the soul, the fresh soul, will take a hike on those parents. Of course, those parents will claim motherhood and fatherhood and parenthood over this child. They call it child. We shall call it a soul. Yes? So our parents, in a way, are being given to us, not according what we like in their quality, but according to our destination in life. This is what determines the parents. The destiny of the child will term the parents that he shall receive. Yes, note, you cannot really choose the destination when hitchhiking. Yes, we're not in control. Yes. So, again, let's go back to this child. If he needs to be in London, in New York, Manhattan, and then in Los Angeles, he will be attached to father and mother that are going the same journey. And he will be exposed on his way to things that will help him during the course, yes, of his lifespans here to become who he has been decided to become. Is this clear? Because people have this tendency, or all of us, because we are mammal, to have attached or attachment to the biological parents. But with all due respect, the biological parents are like, in a way, great babysitters, yes? They're watching those babies to grow, yes? This is why also in the 10 Commandments, there is not a commandment or a law to love the parents, because it's impossible to love the parents, just what? To respect. To respect this babysitter. Yes? Some people are immediately at birth are being, how they say, separated from their biological mother and being given to another adopting family, and so according to their destination. Is the topic clear? So going again to this notion of responsibility, we're just acting according to a divine script. But the thing is that the script is unknown to us. This is it. All of us acting according to a divine script. But nobody knows what is written in the script. It would be pretty boring if we knew the script, yes, beforehand. It would be, yes, boring, of course, of course. So, again, who we are. We are infinite consciousness, traveling in space and time. For what reason? Yes? For what reason suddenly there is a decision, this infinite consciousness will be cut, so to speak, in brackets, and come visit planet Earth. This soul has a destination. Yes? So this soul has a destination. Therefore, it shall be born in time and space. Of course, most of the people do not recognize it or don't want to accept it. So they think, okay, I was born here, I grew up in this school, university, now it's time to get married, and they get married and they have children and they have mortgage, and they think this is life. Yes, you go to work, you pay the bills, you grow the children, you book up the next vacation somewhere. This is life. No, 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 no. This is not what life is about. This description is just on the mechanical template. This is not happening in the realm of the soul at all. An image of life. Yes, this is an image of life or imitation of life. There's a beautiful movie called Imitation of Life. If you can see it, I think it's free to watch on YouTube or any other streaming source. The Imitation of Life. So what is the origin? If this is only an image of, and many people are caught in this jail called family life. Yes, or going to work. What do you want from me? I'm going to work. I'm a good citizen. I'm paying the bills. I bring the bacon. Yes, from time to time we take a vacation. In Christmas we go to this wife parents or the husband's parent. I'm a good citizen. It's great life that we have. Yeah? But this is just to serve on the mechanical plane of life. Because also we don't have another source, because everybody's what? Looking outside with the eyes open. And everybody sees. In Christmas they take a vacation. In January, February they take winter vacation to see the whales. And this is how people live life, with the eyes turning outside to the mechanical happening. But something completely different, not to mention opposite, happens in the realm of the spirit, in a hidden realm. Many people get depressed and get all kinds of diseases from as a consequence of living only on the mechanical plane of life. Yes, Abigail, it's just baffling how the director of the movie hugs and shares. Yes, reaction with the movie comes. Yes, yes, that's great. That's great. Life is what happens when we're busy making other plans. That's correct. That's correct. This is what happened also when people start moving to social media and hanging there for a couple of hours every day and more than a couple of hours. Meanwhile, our world completely changed. Yes, Corona came and now there's a new universe coming because the Corona, in a way, make a separation. There was, let's say, historical unit of time from the Second World War until the Corona, when things happened as only, let's say, the vision was that if people will have enough welfare and enough money and enough development, everything will be in peace and tranquil. But now we see that it's not happening like people thought it is. So living on the mechanical plane of life does not give people happiness, no serene. Not to mention that when people living only on the mechanical plane of life, it's not a real thing. So something else is going on. And there's a constant battle between the mechanical and the hidden, like between Esau and Jacob. Questions so far? So, what have we learned today? The following. When a baby is born, he is being born to a family or to certain kind of people that will supply him the right surrounding to become what he shall become according to a divine plan. But nor the parents, nor him as a child or even as a young adult know what is the aim. Yes? So he will get the fit parent to bring him to the right target, but none of which know about it, not his parents and not he himself. So there really is not much for us, not much, yes, for us to do other than relax and, yes, and enjoy the ride. Yes, like in a baby's cradle. And this is the great comfort and the great peace, because if we did not create the script, we did not make those decisions, which child will go to which parents and so. We did not write this divine script. We're just playing along with every moment. So there is no need to be in anxiety, in fear, in nervousness. There is no need. We can relax and enjoy every moment of the ride. Yes, because we are not in charge. It's not that only us are not in charge. Also the former parents and the grandparents and societies and governments and institutions. No one here is in charge. So there is no base for grudge and hatred and anger, because there's no one to accuse, because no one is to blame. This is just a running script. The fire is still the same since the beginning of times. Yes, we will not. Yes, that's correct. That's correct, Philippe. That's correct. Nothing has changed. That's a great thing. Yes. Today I saw a flower that was already drying. He fell from a tree, and the flower, which got dry, it looks like a fruit, and in the fruit, dry fruit, were the seeds of the next potential trees, like it is written in Genesis 1. So look at this, and I brought it home. It is a dry seed of a dry flower, a little one like a coin. But for me, it was divinity. Why? I told myself, look, man, human did not create this system, and this is the proof. Yes, we did not start a fire. Yes. And this is the proof. This flower that developed to be a fruit and now carries the seed of the next trees or the next boulevard. Not any man along history could create such a system. Therefore, why to worry? We did not create, we cannot conceive this thought. We can't. What we can see, maybe the days, which is composed of few hours from 6 o'clock in the morning until 7 in the evening, when people usually have supper and go to rest. What we can see, look at this one flower or one seed of a tree. Everything is there, and we did not plan it. Not plan it, not plant it. We don't see to these lengths. With all of our technology, we can't even create something simple like a leaf or a fly. Yes, that's correct. We're just imitating systems. Yes, we are in our best when we humbly manage to imitate a higher system. All the design that we have on fabrics, yes, and fashion, they're all coming from nature. Look at autumn in its colors, and it reflects immediately in the fashion. True. Best innovations are imitation of nature design. Yes, this is how it is. It is simple, and this simplicity gives a lot of comfort. I remember they made once a TV program about the elderly people of Sardinia. There is an island in the Mediterranean called Sardinia, and they noticed that the people in the island of Sardinia, they cross the 100 years and much, much beyond. So it was interesting for researchers and the team of the TV to come and to interview the people and to see how do they live and how those people living beyond 100 years. Yes, yes, yes. And without carrying any diseases. And not just this, they're happy and they're content. And when they were put, and they brought researchers from the biology expert of blood test, and when he tested their blood and make a test, like in medicine, the blood test showed that their age is much younger in decades than their real age on paper. And people could not answer, scientists could not answer. How can it be that from the inside the blood test says that they're very, very younger in relation to their age on paper? And those people were asked, how do you live your life? And they say, simple. We walk every day. We live according to seasons. What comes in a season, fruit or vegetable, we eat it, we take a walk, we sit with friends, and we talk. And as possible as it might have been, they sit in an open nature, if it's not too hot or it's not too cold. And every day they meet their friends, they sit on a bench, and those people crossed 100 years old. They were happy, content, and healthy. They did not consume any of the social media. They were not competing anyone who is the better, who is the best, and so just live every day as it comes, trusting nature, trusting seasons. Yes, olive oil, fish, and simple life. That's correct. Yes, yes. So trust nature. Nature, as it is even in English, nature. In Hebrew, it is natur. Natur is just come from to guard, to protect. The nature itself, if we follow nature, the nature is the great protector. Yes, the great guard of life, preserve of life, because this is how nature works. Already in the tree, in the fruit of the tree, there's the seed of the next 10,000 trees in the future. So everything is there. Therefore, we should not be worried about anything, not to be sad or upset, because there is no reason for being sad or upset, because it's not in our hands. We did not write the divine script. And with this beautiful message, I would like to thank each and every one of you, to wish you a Merry Christmas, and we shall meet you here this Monday after this weekend. Yes? Thank you so much for coming here today. Have a beautiful life, and shalom.